Hey everyone, welcome back to Geek Strong. In today's video, it's room tour part 6. In today's video, we're going to work on this part of the room, the lower half. Part 5, we did the upper part here. Today we got board games, Nintendo, Batman, and a few other surprises. So what do you say? Let's do this! Alright, let's look down here, but we're going to start over here on the left. Hanging on the door here, in the last video I showed you this E.T. costume that I have. And right below it, from Animal Kingdom in Florida, Disney, this is Expedition Everest, the Yetis. So I love these. So we went to Disney years ago and I brought these home. And actually we have a big stuffed one up in the attic too. And right below it, I almost forgot I had these. These are from Goosebumps. So my son, when he was little, and my daughter, they love watching Goosebump episodes. And they had all the books and stuff, but my son had a birthday party and I got a bunch of Goosebumps toys and stuff like that they sold. I had to get them on eBay because they didn't sell them in the stores anymore. But yeah, how cool is that? The shrunken head. And look at these holographic little, so this is the mummy. I think you can see the mummy in there. These are like the Supernaturals, how it's like holographic. And there's another one right here, I do believe. And who is that? Oh, this is that ride, I forget his name. Horrorland. Yeah, how cool is that? And on the back it says Goosebumps. Same as this one, I think says Goosebumps too. Yeah, these are cool, man. I forgot I had this. It's hiding behind the door. When I have this door open, you can't see them. And right below it is my E.T. eating tray. I think I showed that before. Right over here, I already showed these in a previous video. But right here are all board games. Now, I love collecting board games, especially the ones I had as a kid or even wanted. But the Slime Monster game is like my favorite, one of my favorites. And this is actually the monster that comes in it. Now I had this when I was about 8 or 9 years old. And to get this as an adult, and I played this with my son when he was about 8 or 9 years old. So that was pretty cool. That's a cool experience to do things like that. Play games that you had as a kid and play them with your child or nephew or niece. And same as here, this is the Dark Tower. My stepbrother had this game, and this game is super cool. If you've never played it, I would suggest playing it. If you can get your hands on it, it's pretty expensive, but if you have an Android phone, you can actually download an app. At least I have it on my phone, and it's called Droid Tower. And it's the same thing, they just can't use the name Dark Tower, so it's called Droid Tower on Android. I don't believe you can get it on your Apple phone, but yeah, this game is super cool. So if you get a chance to play it, give it a shot. Those are warriors, those are the bad guys, and these are your numbers up top here. So they have 3 bad guys, you have 12, and you can retreat and stuff. Pretty cool. And you won, and you get 31 gold or whatever that was, and a sword. So I have the E.T. board game. So all these board games, I did a live stream with John from Super Awesome Geek Show. And we showed all the board games and showed his. So I won't go through all these board games. I'll put a link at the end of this video and you can check out that live stream. And I suggest you do it because it was actually really fun. Everybody had a great time and a lot of these are super cool. This Shootout is awesome. That's from the 70s. This monster game from Ideal is super cool. That's Frankenstein. And look at this shrunken head. This is Vincent Price shrunken head. I wish I could take it out. Maybe I will later on, and show you the art. I'll put up a picture right here, and it's Vincent Price, man. This was so cool. And look at, I even have a shrunken head because I told you my son liked Goosebumps. So we made shrunken heads when he was little, and I'll pull it out and show you what it is. So look at that hideous thing. So what it is an apple. And you hang the apple from a light, and the light bulb dehydrates this apple and turns it into like a shrunken head, and then you put hair on it and put like beads for eyes and teeth. This thing is pretty sick, and this thing is like pretty old. Again, this is probably at least 10 years old, this apple. This could be on a episode of Fear Factor, to eat this apple. Look at that. How cool is that? I'm gonna say that. I say that all the time, don't I? How cool is that? But it is pretty cool, don't you think? So right over here is an E.T. This is Colorforms. Let me take this thing out. This thing is gigantic, man. Look at this Colorform set. This thing is huge. And it's got a ton of cool stuff inside of it. Who remembers Colorforms? I remember back in the 70s, we had Colorforms all the time. You guys have Colorforms? Do they even make Colorforms anymore? I haven't seen them in the stores, but probably. I wonder if you can get them like online. And look at this Hulk game. Again, this is all in the video, so if you want to check it out, I'll put a link in the description. I mean, at the end, there'll be like a link to the video of the live stream. But yeah, check it out. It's really cool. And then we're going to move back down here, and here is the Power of the Force Rancor I have here. And this is like a lunch bag of R2-D2. You press the button, it would make noise, but I hold a bunch of Play-Doh inside of it. Figured that'd be a fun little place to hold Play-Doh. And right down here is an R2-D2 Play-Doh set, which is pretty fun. All right, let's just go up here real quick. We have some Nintendo stuff here. So these are the Nintendo trophies. So what you do, it looks like you write your name and you can put your score. But they sold these at Toys R Us, and I had a few of the links from Legend of Zelda. But I bought these recently, probably within the past, 10 years, if you call that recently. But I bought these on eBay. I never had the Mario ones, but I definitely wanted a link, so I was able to get all three for a decent price. Here we have, this was mine as a kid, and this is the Legend of Zelda watch, and it does work. There's no batteries in it, but the last time I put batteries in it, it still worked. So that's pretty cool. It's in great condition. I think I showed you the Mummy, right? I showed you these guys, but these are all my Nintendo games that I love. So here are my favorite games here, and Jaws is probably at the top of the list. And look at that. So Jaws, I won't take them all out, but I will tell you. So we have Jaws, Friday the 13th, Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back, Ninja Turtles, another Ninja Turtles, I believe. Yep. Back to the Future. Look at that. Back to the Future game, Nintendo. We have Track and Field 2, Rad Racer, Gotcha, Ghosts and Goblins was definitely one of my favorite games. Shadowgate. Do you remember Shadowgate? My buddy and I used to play this all the time. I love this. This game was awesome. It was kind of like one of those you would click and like pick up an item, use the item later on, get a key. Very cool. We have Hogan's Alley, Super Mario Brothers Duck Hunt. There is A Nightmare on Elm Street. Look at this. When's the last time you've seen that image? Pretty awesome. The Karate Kid. I have Popeye. Where are you going, camera? Popeye, Paperboy, Pro Wrestling, Karate Champ, Mike Tyson's Punch Out, Oh, that game was... Have you ever beaten Mike Tyson? I have once, and let me tell you, it was very... I had to like almost meditate before you play the game, because if you are on edge, forget it, you're not going to win. Let's see what's underneath here. We have Kung Fu, Karate Champ, and Donkey Kong. So awesome. I love it. Friday the 13th was actually one of my favorite games too. This was pretty fun, and I did beat Jason, and he was pretty hard. It was kind of like fighting Mike Tyson. Again, if you were skittish at all and you moved when you shouldn't, you weren't gonna beat this game. And I beat it once or twice. So I almost forgot I have another stack of Nintendo games here. They were hidden underneath the Mummy and right behind Mario. So we have WrestleMania Challenge, Track and Field. Look at WrestleMania here. Now, I love this game. Back in the day, they had like so many cool characters. There you go, Hogan right there, WrestleMania. Then we have Double Dribble, which was another favorite game. Hoops, Ice Hockey, and one of my favorite hockey games is Blades of Steel. So yeah, those are all my Nintendo games. Right over here are my custom. These are Toony Terras, but these are the Nintendo versions. So I painted these the color of Nintendo, and Jason actually does glow in the dark a bit. I put some glow in the dark paint, but I thought that came out really good. And let's put him up here, sorry. And also Freddy. And Freddy come out really good, I think, too. The colors are just like Nintendo. But yeah, what do you think of those? Do you like those? They were actually supposed to make these, but I think because they couldn't get the Nintendo rights, NECA, they had to cancel making the Nintendo versions. That's the only reason why it gave me the idea to make them, is because they were supposed to come out. And then when they decided they weren't going to make them, I was all disappointed, and I'm like, heck, I'm going to make them myself. These are Micro Machines. These were my sister-in-law's. She let me have these, and these are pretty cool, so thank you, Lena. And I don't even think I never really collected Micro Machines as a kid. I was more into Stompers. I love the Stompers. I wish I had a Stomper now. I don't have any Stompers. Stompers are kind of expensive, but these are pretty awesome though. And right in here, so these are Micro Machines, the new ones, and these are Jurassic Park from Jada. But in here are all Micro Machines. So look at that. You want to check these out? Let's do it. So I do have a train set here with a few trains. That's pretty cool. A bunch. Like that. And a few of the cars. Look at that. Have a motorcycle here. Yeah, look at that. Really, really cool. Yeah, I'll dump them out and you can check them out. Maybe there's something in here that brings back a memory. That's what this is all about, right? Really cool. Check them out. So did you have any of these? Look at that car. Little helicopter here. Look at that one. Yeah, let me know in the comments. Did you have any of these? And are any of these something that you would love to own? As I was putting some of the cars away, check this one out. Look at that. That's super cool. And then look at this one. Like that. Zoom in. Focus. There you go. Yeah, look at that. Really cool. Micro Machines are pretty awesome, aren't they? So that's pretty cool. And then right behind here are all my Atari games. So I have Krull. Look at this. Did you even know they made a Porky's? This is Porky's the movie. Look at that. How cool is that? E.T. And I tell you, I don't care what anybody says. E.T. is one of my favorite games. Alien. Look at that. From the movie Alien. And we have Tron, Deadly Discs. Empire Strikes Back. Return of the Jedi. Of course you gotta get the Star Wars, right? All the Star Wars that I can get. Jedi Arena. I mean, they're not in great condition, but they do play. Because I do have Atari. I have a Q*bert here. Q*bert and Cosmic Arc. Now I had this game definitely as a kid. And some of these I had, some of them I didn't. But I had to get like the movie ones. I had to get, you know, Alien and Porky's and, you know, Krull. How cool is Krull? I just played that recently at an arcade. Krull. The arcade version, not this Atari one. The Atari one's probably horrible, but how fun is that, I'll say. I won't say how cool it is. Oh, man, I almost forgot. Look at that. I won't pull these ones out, but because these are more the movie ones. But right behind here, we have more. So I have, let me go over here. We have Combat, Pongo, Asteroids Defender. I don't know what the bottom one is. I'll pull that out in a second. Centipede, Pac-Man, Pole Position, Sequest, and Football. Oh, there's more right here too. I know I had a bunch, but Jungle Hunt was one of my favorite games back in the arcade. Pitfall, Circus Atari, Space Invaders, Kaboom was definitely one of my favorite. I love Kaboom. Check this out. So, look at Pitfall. How fun is that? I mean, Jungle Hunt. Sorry, did I say Pitfall? Jungle Hunt. And there's your Pitfall. Circus Atari, but let's check out Kaboom. Look at that. Kaboom. Love it. So yeah, and then Submarine Commander. Demons and Diamonds. Yeah. So do anybody here have any old Atari? These all play. At least usually when I get them, I clean them and test them. So they all did play. The Atari played, but how often are you going to play an Atari game? You know, you can play it for like a few minutes and you're like, yeah, this is pretty horrible. It's fun, nostalgic, but a couple minutes and then you're done. And right over here are from Super Awesome Geek Show. He gifted me this Christmas season these new awesome Garbage Pail cards and stickers. These are awesome. Look at that. Look how shiny they are. And right up here is the vintage. So yeah. And right over here, for Christmas, my daughter gifted me this Garbage Pail. It's like a blind bag, and there's a poster inside. And inside this little package is the poster of two kids at a diner drinking out of a toilet bowl. As like, that's the bowl, that's the cup they're drinking out of, and it's a nasty toilet bowl. How nasty and cool is that? And look at that, picking his nose. Come on. Fun stuff. So I started putting things away so I could move on with the video, but I almost forgot to show you the final game at the bottom. And I think I might have saved the best for last, but you be the judge. This was a TV show, very popular, and here it is, MASH. Did you even know they made a MASH Atari game? Look at how cool that is. Very awesome. Here we have Starbird. This is one of my favorite toys. I love this thing. I had it as a kid. This isn't mine, but obviously it's mine, but this wasn't my kid version. But this is super cool. So let's put batteries in it, and I'll show you what it is if you don't know what it is. It is missing the little gun up here. I did have a reproduction one I bought, and I lost that too. But go figure. Anyways, let's put batteries. Check it out. So what's cool about Starbird is when you face it up, it gets louder and faster. And when you face it down, it gets slower and a little bit softer. And it also has a fire button on it too, which is pretty cool. So let's check it out. I'll face it this way right now. And all these pieces come off, and you can make different ships too. These are actually like little tiny ships here. All these come off, and you can make different size. This head comes off, and you can attach different ways and stuff. It's pretty wild. And then you got your fire button. And I also have the Starbird command base, which is pretty sweet. I just picked this up within, I think, the past year. I got it at a local shop, and I'm pretty excited about it. I've been wanting to get this for a long time. It comes with a bunch of guides. It comes with little rover here, I guess you want to call it. Little piece you can lift things, and you can just look at the kid having a blast. So a lot of it's made out of cardboard. Here's some extra pieces in here to build it. It's got a base and everything just like that. Yeah, and it's, you know, cardboard. I mean, to have something still from the 70s still existing that's made out of cardboard is pretty awesome. So yeah, I'm happy to have this. And look at the size of it. I mean, this is Starbird. It's pretty big. Right underneath here is Marvel Superheroes Colorform playset with Spider-Man, the Hulk, and Captain America. This thing is awesome. I love it. So we had Colorforms, like I said, as a kid, and we had so many different sets, but yeah, this is pretty cool. So right down here, I do have an ET calendar that was gifted to me by Chris 1000 Ghost. So thank you, Chris. I actually have a video on this if you want to check it out. But this is a tube TV. Now, why do I have a tube TV? Well, if you want to play any Nintendo light gun games, you need a tube TV. If you want to play Captain Power, you know, the toy, the game, it was actually a VCR tape that you would put in, and you could shoot at the TV with the toy, and I'll show you that at another video. But you need a tube TV, so let's turn it on. When's the last time you heard a tube TV get turned on? Listen. Channel 3. Look at that. How cool is that? Alright, let's turn it off. Let's move over here. And right here is Batman and Robin. This is like a Burger King glass or something. I use it to hold coins, but yeah, it's got Batman on it. But this is from the Batman and Robin movie with the Riddler from Jim Carrey. And this is one of those bobblehead dogs that was gifted to me by my mother-in-law. This is a bank. I had one of these as a kid. I'm not sure if this is an original or a reproduction of it, but it looks exactly like the one I had. And so what you do is you crank it like that, and you put your money there, and the hand comes out. Look how dusty it is. And then again, this is a bank also, Little Shop of Horrors, Venus Flytrap, and you put the coins there and he opens and closes. Unfortunately, he's a little messed up. I tried to fix him and was unsuccessful. But yeah, I had this was mine as a kid from the 80s. And again, I had that as a kid, but this is I think a newer one, or overstock, who knows. But yeah, I love it. All right, let's move down here. We'll start in the center here. So this is a Funko Pop. This is Gladiator Hulk, Blacklight. These are the Raging Cage. This is the Hulk and the Thing. These are from the 70s. And you would put him in a cage and you would pump it up and he would bust out, which was pretty awesome. I had this as a kid. This isn't mine. Obviously it's mine, like I said, but I had this as a kid, as well as the Hulk. I wish I still had the cage, but I don't. but those are pretty awesome. Again, you put a little hose in the back and you pump them up and he breaks out of the cage. Here we have an original Atari here with the wood grain and everything. Look at that, that's pretty cool. Raiders of the Lost Ark Atari game. I have 2 of these, and one is with my Raiders, and this one's just for display. But yeah, look at that, that's pretty fun. Nintendo Advantage, you gotta have that if you're gonna play Jaws, and your light gun for your tube TV. Here we have, this is a little suction cup. This was mine, and as a kid or a teenager. And this is Ren and Stimpy. He put him on your window in your car. And there is some cleaning solution for my Nintendo games. This is a Nintendo working, and this is a VCR DVD combo. So when I want to play Captain Power, I have a VCR to do it. This is something cool that I made in high school with my buddy. It's kind of like a video game that we drew up. And it was like a maze and stuff. But yeah, how fun is that? And this was like in printing class. We took printing class, so we had to make something, and we made this. We created this during like probably study hall and stuff, and then made them all in printing class. Printed out a whole bunch. But yeah, 5 seconds to make a decision. Yeah, so check that out if you want to play it sometime. There you go, play it. Freeze that. And let's see here, right? You know this is those are those maze balls, and this is Star Wars. This is pretty cool. I actually cheated to win it. This was so hard, but it lights up and everything. It's pretty cool. Unfortunately, the battery's dead. I tried to turn it on, but yeah. The Death Star, Star Wars maze, ball maze game. Is that what you call it? But anyways, here we have some Nintendo. This is Nintendo cards. And also the Game Genie's in here. Gotta have the Game Genie, right? But yeah, look at all these Nintendo cards in here. Let's take a peek at them. Check out some of these Nintendo packs. Just for stickers and stuff. Yeah, stickers. Remember these? You would scratch these off. Try to win the game. I love video games. I'm sure if you grew up in the 80s, you had these. Let me know in the comments. Did you have any of these cards? I bet you did. Stickers. Yeah, look at Punch Out. Wow, there's a ton in here, huh? Look at, ooh, I have some Garbage Pail Kids cards in here too. Woody Allen. Ruby Toot. Ninja Turtles. Wow, I didn't even know. I forgot I had these. And yep. Won't go through them all too much. Just try to go through them quick. This video's getting a little bit long. Don't want to bore you. But yeah, I think thought I had some Elf cards. But yeah, look at that. Casey Jones. Yeah, fun. Fun. Good stuff here. And here's the packs. And there's an Elf card. I knew I saw an Elf card in here. And there's the Elf packs. So I saved the packs too. Look at that. More Elf. Yeah, fun. Now do you have... Oh, what? Look at this. Yum. A stick of gum. So this is the gum from the cards, man. What the heck? That's crazy. Crazy that there's still a stick of gum there. And this is a case with all my Nintendo instructions. This is the base that holds the Death Star ball maze game. Here we have some 3D glasses for some Nintendo games have 3D games, which are pretty cool. This is an iPad, and I have an iPad because there's an app that I got on the iPad that plays Vectrex games. So all the Vectrex games and games that were not sold are on here. I probably have to charge it up, but yeah, how cool is that? So check it out, Vectrex on the iPad. This I got this from Disney, but look at these. Yeah, let's pull this out. So this is Atari Age books or magazines that it's like Nintendo Power, but Atari. So Atari Age was before Nintendo Power. But yeah, so how fun is that? Did you even know Atari had like a magazine? We'll go through it real quick if you want to see it. Maybe there's something pretty cool in here. Look at, you can get some merch. Crystal Castles. Sports games. Look at these graphics. The hot big hits hit home. Yeah. So these were mine as a kid. And you can order stuff in here, like $20 for a bunch of stuff, $30. Yeah, pretty neat. Unfortunately, the staple came loose, but I have another one right here. The Gore Zone. These are my Freddy. I showed you these in a previous video. Yeah, pretty cool. So that's it. Room tour part 6 is done. I will finish doing the Batman stuff soon. I'll do it within a couple days, just to finish up kind of, we'll call it 6.5 room tour. I was hoping to get it done today, but man, there was a ton of stuff to go through and talk about. I had a blast doing it. Look at this. This is be in the next video. Earthquake Tower right here. Look at how tall this thing is. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, do all that good stuff. Remember, we are all Geek Strong. Take care, everyone. I wonder if we should end it there. Maybe we'll end it with a stick of gum.